What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, Don Front here. First and foremost, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. You know, all the politically correct ways to say it. Hope you enjoy, this time off with your families, friends, however you enjoy it. So, Christmas break for the stock market, right? Stock market was closed Friday, which, yeah, it's today. Shoot. As I'm recording this. So we're actually going to take a look at the expected move for the following week. Now, it's weird that we have a whole week like this because usually it's like a half week. You know, we call it retail week because banks are closed-ish. You see a lot of institutional participation not really there. That's not to say some aren't, that's not to say some aren't. Yeah, anyway, they're there. Some are, some aren't. Some got a head start to the Christmas break. I bet we'll see true volume come back after the first of the year, which leaves us with a whole week again to, is it kind of just a low volume like retail week where, in terms of volume, right? It's a lot easier to convince 100 people the price should be something. A lot harder to convince 100 million people the price should be something. There's just more votes in there, more votes to sway, kind of harder to push around. So when we get these low volume weeks, things can really just trend for the day because especially, if it is just a retail world buying, they just know how to buy. That's it. Obviously there's multiple people that love to just sell, just take it for what it is, guys. A lot of people know how to just click the buy button, swipe up, see the confetti, and that's it. So we get some really good, just boring, trending days. So we're going to go over the expected move for next week. I just would not be surprised at any movement because if we look at just the indexes, I think we're a little bit up there. Like in a normal market, I'd say we're probably going to reject, pull back, make a higher low somewhere right here, and then break through. Now we just waltz right through, but we might. As far as Qs went, so I actually shorted the Qs. I told you guys if we got to that bright yellow zone, I'm going short. So the one thing I am swinging over the weekend is some SQQQ. As far as the S&P goes, we are a little bit above that. I think we're just a little bit overbought. I mean, look, you talk about a super V recovery. We just came screaming right back up. Like, the reason why I get nervous at this, I have no problem sitting back, riding the trend. In fact, those were great trading days. I do see a lot of people bragging about how much they made, their call outs and all that, and yeah. I'd be more worried if you did lost money. Like, how did you lose money in that? That was just a straight trend up. All you had to do was just keep moving your stop up, and well, you were there. But I will say, keep this in the back of your mind. Let's say it's another retail week. Low volume, retail just pushes that thing up. The way I can explain this is the market makers, just institutions, they're going to come back, they're going to sit at their desk and think, well, I don't remember it being that high when I left. Let's put it here. And so this next weekend swings could really gap in your favor or not in your favor. So just enjoy this week. I would treat it in its own week, and then we're going to start the year fresh. January, the following week. Those weekend swings, I would expect 20%. Whatever position I'm in, I'm expecting a 20% downside. So with that mentality, my allocation will be less. I won't be surprised. It's going to really suck if it's more than 20%. If it's less, I'll be happy. I'd rather push it that way than I hold a whole account, I load up, and I'm just fingers crossed. Please don't screw me. Please go in my way. Again, this is an income strategy for me, so I can't play those games. So just keep that in the back of your mind. If it's just green and more green, and all you're going to hear is January is usually a green month, and it usually is. Nothing has to keep going up forever. Like, we don't know what the theme is this year. There's a lot we got to talk about in January. So anyway, let's get to the expected moves. Let's just pull them up. What are we on? Tesla. So we got a $71 move in Tesla. Keep an eye on that one. Let's burn through these real quick like we did last time. So IWM has, never mind. IWM 604. Let's make it quick so I can remember them. 604, 802. SPY is 729. All right, let's chart those out. IWM was 604. Let's get to the daily. How'd you guys feel about that last week? Just came close to that, turned around, came close to that, still stayed in, huh? All right, so we got 604. 30th, 31st. 31st. Let's get that down. How many of you guys are going to trade this? Well, how are you going to trade this? Just buy a whole account? You think you're going to take in short positions, long positions? You know, inside my group, what we started doing is some iron condor action. Take that for what it is. If you agree with those trades or those ideas, maybe you took some too. All right, this was 802. Boom. All right, December 31st. Got a little crazy there. Not really pricing in a crazy week. I'm actually, when we get these, normally I'd call this a pretty average movement, but man, does it make me nervous when we start flirting with these on some lower volume, like just market makers going to come in and wreck shop. You know, what's going on? SPY got a little bit out, closed outside of it. That one I thought might get some people in trouble. Where'd that one close at? 467. Oh, shoot. Hang on, here we go. Closed at 470. Wow. In my group, we sold the 471s, I think. Anyway, we took the iron condor, which is 2 spreads, right? So we sold it. We collected that premium, just collected free money. As it came down here, those call spreads were worth like $2. I think literally, so they closed them out for $2. And then as it pushed up, the put spreads were also worth $2. So collected $45, paid $4 back to close it out. So per iron condor, about $40 of just free easy money. That one would have had you sweating. Yeah, actually sold the 471s. Oh, man, talk about being on the edge of the seat there. Oh, SPY 729. Fudge a bit. Damn. All right, so not pricing anything crazy. Remember, guys, these are not support and resistance levels. It's funny as a joke, but I don't know how many people are saying that as a joke or just saying because they've taken so many trades off of this. Something we go over every week, but why does that one look off? Where's the downside on this? I just noticed that one's missing a line. That looks off. Anyway, be careful when we get outside of these. It's time to start looking for volatility. You know, if we get outside again, I think we rein it back in. Market makers. That's where market makers have to start doing their job when we get outside of there. It's rein it back in, or they start delta hedging and buying stuff. So that's where you do get gamma squeezes and delta squeezes, and everything just starts pushing, and it happens fast. It might take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get there and just get outside. It'll take all of Thursday to go from 1 standard deviation to 2. So that's the possibility, and it just becomes a lot more possible. Like reaching that highs or lows, you know, gets a whole lot more possible as soon as we just get outside that. Like the game changes. So imagine this for those of you guys that are kind of new. Right, you have retail, you have institutions, right? You guys are the players, and you're all making your plays. Market makers, they are the field you play on. They are delta neutral. They don't have a bias in any of this. They're just making the positions happen. So when we get outside that, imagine that football field now requires everyone to be on steroids. Now we're going to put some numbers on the board. That's where things get crazy. Could go one way, could go the other, could be a draw. But just know everybody's juiced and everybody's ready to rock. No one's wearing pads. Like, that's the football game. So, anyway, be cautious on that. So, I'm going to hop off here again. Merry Christmas. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Definitely trying to grow this channel. We have a few days left. If we get to the 1,000 subscriber mark, I am giving away 3 of the trading suites. That is getting revamped. Or there's an upgrade coming to it. I think is the better way to put it. Whether you already have it or want it, there is an upgrade coming. So try to do that and do a giveaway on it. So hit the subscribe button, share it, have your friends subscribe. We're close to the halfway mark. So give me there, and I will see you guys in the next video.